talk to me now about the healing, like your road to healing, because when I think about healing, it's this process. Like it's not this thing and obviously after Lisa you had another child. Were things different then? How are things now? And how have you been resilient? How to ensure that you can still flourish and be a mom, be a radio host, run your businesses and all of that.
All right. Okay, I had omnye umntana emva kolizalise. My first challenge was that I thought healing would be something endiyinike time frame and say ngexesha elithile kufuneka ndibe senti-right, akuzibe kuhleli kumanyelweni nam nongabikho right kwam, right? And that put more pressure on me. The way instances where I was suicidal when Lisa was still very young. So I had to take a decision to allow myself to go through it for as long as it takes, right? Yeah. So I had to find ways and means of managing it and knowing how much can you take and when do I need to say, you know what, I'm not doing anything, I'm not talking to anyone, I'm not taking any people's problems, because that's another thing. With being who's open about your journey and your struggles and the things you've been through, you attract a whole lot of people that are suffering from the same things that would think you have solutions. Yeah. So throughout Kengoku, I have learned to say, no, I will not be able to listen to you, Ngoku, but at the same time, Kengoku, getting connected to other people that can be able to assist when I can't, right? Yeah. Healing has been messy. Has been very messy, and Kengoku, you feel the pressure Kengoku to want to live the kind of life that would make them believe in Doba nizaba right, guys, nizaba right. And so at some point it stopped becoming about me, but it became about who is watching and what message am I sending to other people, so I can't fall apart pam kwabantu and Yongeland. And life kicked me so hard that I had to sit and take a back seat and say, no, see, you are not being realistic. Okay, right. And maybe it's time you change the conversation and just talk about how hard it is. And this conversation, guys, I just don't know I don't know how am I getting through any day, really, any normal day. It started after Kusoleke. So when my husband passed away, I was now confronted with the reality of I'm a mother. My last born 2 days before Simvu's first birthday. So giving birth to Usimvu, Usimvu 7 weeks, because we had not been working now, both Sobabi and we had not been working. So when he was 7 weeks old, I get a job. Right? A job I can't say no to because I need the job, right? Yeah. And so my husband had to take care of the baby. But now, postnatal depression is there. Physically, I'm not strong for Yongeland. And I'll just wake up from a nightmare and post about it on Facebook. I just woke up from a nightmare and I do not know the teen. And some people would say I'm looking for attention. I know a lot of people blocked me because I would journal gendo yonke on social media, on Facebook mainly. And for me, that meant into I'm just being realistic, guys. I have given you a version of me that was not really Nosie, right? And so yeah. And so I've had to find ways and learn about what works for me, what doesn't. Because in the process of dealing with the grief of losing my husband, there's mental health, there's abantwana. I still have to be a mother. I still have to get out there and work so that I can provide for abantwana. I have people that I need to be there for, right? So now having that and anxiety, and yaninzi to a point where I remember I had a friend who used to remind me to breathe, like literally, Nosie, you keep holding your breath, like perform, breathe. And from that, I learned to literally have a reminder on my phone every 3 hours to remind me to focus on just breathing. Because like I would not feel unperformly until only to realize you have been holding your breath and I don't even know about how, when, why, because so much is happening. So along the way, you find ways, you try to find ways, you read on internet because we have access to internet. You find you listen to podcasts and read how other people deal with ezizinto. As I was talking to you, Emin, in the city, my therapist said I'm presenting with signs of high functioning anxiety, which would simply mean in my state of anxiety, I still want to get things done.
Yeah.
I still want to get things done because it will, I look okay, like I look well presented, and like me, trust me, on brand, I will try and look fine. And last night I had suicidal thoughts, right? Also, I have not slept. Like I've been struggling with insomnia for the past week, because I will get up, makeup, and I realized when she said that, when she mentioned high functioning anxiety, I'm like, okay, this puts a whole lot of things into perspective. Again, it gives me I need to monitor myself. I need to take a step back again and monitor myself. Now, there's so much work that needs to be done, Thando. We can't have, as no basic anticipate conversations, just the two of us or the three of us with Umto, because so many of us are suffering from these things. It's just that we just do not know. We don't have words. We don't have, you don't have words to express it, because if you have, say, a week of not wanting to do anything because of your anxiety,
right?
You are lazy, and like we are harsh. Not because we are intentional about uba harsh, just because you can't afford to be that breaks a life in. But in reality, you force into take breaks.